guys, how are you? Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Canvas with Cherry. Everybody have their coffee? Some fun stuff to show you today. Let you know what's going on over here in our studio. Do we have anybody out there today? I feel like romper room. I see Sherry, I see Betty.
Rock snow.
So, a couple things. Everyone knows next Thursday I'm going for surgery, shoulder surgery. So as of today, I'm not going to take any more orders till I start recovering from that shoulder surgery. I'm in a lot of pain, and I can't take anything starting today because the week out they want me off all leave and everything. So I'm going to be MIA for a little bit. Apologize, I'll come on when I'm feeling good to show you some things that happens during the week. But I had quite a few people buy the utensil kits and message me a couple of questions about how I did it and how I poured the resin. So I'm going to do a real quick demo for you this morning. So what you got in your kits is you would have gotten your spoon and a fork, and that's what you're going to make. And then you get your sea glass, some charms, maybe some shells, depends on the kit, and your wire and everything. So what you would do is you just glue all your pieces onto your utensil, however you want to do that. You'll have some extra stuff left over. I try to give you enough so you start making your own little pile on the side as you order stuff. Then you take a nice long piece of wire. I start it up at whatever end that I don't want the curlicue. So if I want my curlicue up at the top, I'm going to start it down at the bottom. So if I'm going to hang it up, it's nice to have that curlicue up there. You can have the curlicue at the bottom, but be careful because if you're going to use them for serving, you don't want the food to get stuck in that. All right? And you'll also, a lot of people ask, do I have to pour the resin? No, you don't have to pour the resin, but why would you? Look how beautiful it looks once it's poured on there. It brings it all together. So I take the wire, give myself an extra 3 inches at the bottom, and no rhyme or reason, I take it up if my glue is not all the way dry, and I just sort of wrap it around the utensil. And again, I'm in pain, so I'm a little shaky today. And then I come up to the top, and I leave my extra wire at the top, take my pen, and you wrap it around the pen, starting at the thicker part of the pen, coming down to the smaller part, so you have like a funnel look, and you'll have extra wire left over. And then I just take it and I push it into there just like that. You don't have to tie it because you're going to pour the resin and the resin's going to have it stick. I'm going to show you. So you have something like that. And then you can cut the wire at the bottom. I'm losing my little piece there. The glue didn't dry in time, sorry guys. I thought it would have. So I'm using the E6000 glue, which we sell. And we also sell the wire that comes in your kit. I have the bigger bottles. If you want to teach this class, you can get them. Then I take a little setup where I can put the spoon up on something. Get rid of all my stuff I'm not using. We're using the artist resin that we sell. We sell that in the 3 different sizes, the 8 ounce, 32 ounce, and gallon. And then I take my utensil and I put it up onto something. I already pre-mixed the 2 parts of the resin, equal parts. We went through this on the video from Monday, you can see all that. I stirred it up, and instead of pouring, I take the stick or spoon or whatever you're using, and I drizzle it over the higher pieces. And look how pretty that is. See how that's the difference between not pouring and pouring? And you need maybe 1 ounce. So if you get the 8 ounce kit, you could do 8 of them. Okay? And I just do that, and it will drip down into your cup. And I don't go toward the bottom of the spoon because I don't want it to drip down into the spoon. But once this dries, you can use this utensil. You could serve with it. Like I said the other day, I can pour some over this little curlicue, so it's nice and strong. Great hostess gifts. So you're going for Thanksgiving, you're going for Christmas, you're bringing a platter of something, you're bringing the utensils as a gift for the hostess, they will love it. It's such an awesome idea. You also can do bowls, and we have cutting boards coming out that you can do. So after my surgery and I'm healing, we'll come up with all the other new stuff for the holidays. So I just wanted to show you guys that real quick because I did have some questions with that. So today we're really not selling anything because I'm not going to be able to get anything shipped out until I'm feeling a little bit better. So I just want to show you some stuff that we will be selling later. So one of the things I've been playing with, you can see we did a lot of pouring. But I didn't really like just the pour itself, so I started doing negative painting around it, so taking the pour and making it into a painting. So here's a pour that I did yesterday, and it's pretty. See all the pretty cells, all those colors. I'm going to show you how I did that pour, but I wouldn't really hang that up. But I would take and make it into either a sea turtle or a wreath, and we'll go over how to do that in a second. Anybody out there?
Lots of people.
Yay! Hey, hi guys. So this is another different kind of pour over here. It's a Christmas tree. And I'm going to show you how I poured and then I dragged. And I added the wire and the sea glass. What do you think about that? Any hearts coming up for me? So real quick, I want to also introduce you guys to the person behind the camera. Her name is Sherry, and she comes out every Wednesday. She drives an hour and a half to come see me. She stays overnight so we can do this in the morning. And she painted all these amazing mugs. Look how gorgeous they are. And we'll have one more giveaway for a mug today. So every time you comment or share this video, I'm going to put you in the drawing to win. And the winner of yesterday's mug is Julie McGuire. Look how beautiful. So Julie, make sure you message me your address. I probably have it, so just mailed you out something. So I will get that out to you. So now what I want to go through is the pouring, how I pour. I am using the, back and forth, sorry guys, the Deco Art pouring medium and their pour top coat. So the pouring top coat, it's almost like a resin, but just not as shiny and thick. But I'm loving it. So if you look at this here, this was the resin pour, and these have the top coat. But they're still very shiny. Look how pretty. With the little glitter, and I'm using the Galaxy glitter from Deco Art. So the way that I did this pour here was really fun, and I'm going to show you. Wouldn't that look pretty as a Christmas wreath? You guys got to vote. Christmas wreath or turtle. We're going to do one of those today. You tell me which one you want. Can everybody hear me okay?
I think so.
So what I started with is I just poured a little bit in the center of the circle. And then I put my darker blue as a dot in the center of that. A little bit. Oops.
Maybe.
And real quick, what I did is it was the Deco Art pouring medium, 2 parts to 1 part paint. And I was using the Deco Art Americana multi-surface. So it's 1 part of the pouring, it's 2 parts of the pouring medium, 1 part paint. And then all I did was I take all the pretty colors, you pick whatever colors you want, and I poured them in a circle around that. However you want to do it. And every time you pour, it's always going to be different, depends upon the order in which you do things. And also what you could do is take a little bit of silicone. I use treadmill lubricant. And if you put a couple of drops in your paint, it'll form cells. And I'll show you those. So in each paint pot, I'm going to put a couple drops of the silicone.
It's really treadmill lubricant?
Yeah, treadmill lubricant, yep.
That's
see
awesome.
The cells, if you see all the little circles that are there, those circles are called cells. And that's what comes
really
out
cool.
from the treadmill oil. Okay? So I'm going to pour again. See, let's start with that blue. Isn't that cool? Ooh, oh, is anybody with me here today? Everybody got the coffee?
Cindy wants to know if you sell the silicone.
I don't sell the silicone, but I will tell you where to get it. But I do sell the pouring medium and the top coat that I'm using.
You can probably find the silicone on Amazon.
Yes, to go on Amazon. Any kind of silicone will work. I just happen to have a gym, so I had the treadmill oil. And we have a treadmill in the gym. Is that so? Wait till you see how I do this. It's so fun. Get really messy. I'm always covered in paint, but that's a good thing, right? My table's covered in paint. We're making a really pretty table here. Here we go. You can hear my dogs barking. They want to come back inside. And they had to stay out till I was done.
Cindy says her screen froze.
Her screen froze? Anybody else? It shouldn't. Good service here.
Yeah.
And then I just sort of pour the extra paint out on the sides. Then what I did is I took a popsicle stick. I broke it in half with my muscles. And I went from the center real lightly. I'm not digging in. I'm sort of skipping on the top. And I sort of just pulled it to the edges. And then you're going to see how it's just going to sort of spread apart with the silicone gel. Isn't that cool? Ooh, ah. Isn't that pretty? Remember the tie-dye stuff we used to do when we were younger and the spin thing? It almost looks like that. And then as it sets, you're going to see the cells are starting to form. See, I'm skipping the piece. I'm not pulling it straight through, so like up and down, so it's all different. Ooh, trust the process. And look at that, how pretty. And now it's going to start to spread. You see where the cells are starting to form? You could take it and move it around, but I did not do that on the other one, so we're just gonna leave this so it forms a circle, because I think I wanna do a wreath out of it. And I'm not worried about the edges because I'm gonna paint over there, because I'm gonna, like I said, do the negative painting. What do you guys think? And then that's how I got this, and once it settled in.
That's crazy.
So what should we do with this? Should we make it into a Christmas wreath, or should we make it into a turtle?
2 people said Christmas wreath.
Christmas wreaths? Okay, keep the votes coming. So now I want to show you, just have fun, all this paint pouring all over, I'm making my table into a beautiful piece of art. So, I didn't use the silicone with the Christmas tree because I pulled it. And I'm going to be pulling it toward me so you're a little bit upside down, but this is really fun. What I did was, on the top here, I made a dot with my 3 colors. 1, 2. You know I always use my teals and my lime greens, it's just me. And then I came down here, forming the Christmas tree, I just made a line. And I'm a little shaky, guys, because I'm in pain.
Seriously shaky.
Isn't that fun? I love getting filled with paint. I always have paint all over me. And then I would do, oops, one more line. Isn't that fun? Ooh, is anybody commenting what we should do with that piece?
Still says Christmas tree.
Christmas
or
wreath.
Christmas wreath, yeah.
Yay. So look at that Christmas tree that I did already. I pulled all the paint through it, and I added the wire and the sea glass. You guys like that? A little bit funky. And then I just sort of shaded around it afterwards. So what I did is I took a rubber band. I had it on my wrist. I took it off.
That's right.
And I sort of just dipped it into paint. So it made it more pliable. Yes, I'm full of paint. And then all I did was go to the top and pulled it through. Ooh, oh. And you want it to skip, you want to skip all over it. You see all the different paint come out. Isn't that pretty? And then I kept pulling these down to the other line.
It's possibly the weirdest thing you could do with a hair tie I've ever seen.
Thank you. That's what I'm about, recreating and reinventing. What do you think, though? Look how pretty that is. It's just funky fun.
That is really cool.
Right? And then you could add wire like I did. You can just add little ornaments. You could actually poke holes and put lights from behind. You know the little lights you get at the Dollar Tree? And they're like a real short strand. Look how pretty that is. Then after it dried, if you look at the other tree, I went ahead and I put the Galaxy glitter from Deco Art in there. But guys, look at that, how pretty. And that's what I came up with.
That's cool.
Is that cool? It'd be fun to do Christmas cards like that and everything. So then what I did is after I did my pours and I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, I really wouldn't hang that up. What am I going to do with that now? And I had all these different ones that I had done. That's when I started doing the negative painting. But this is the same exact color as this, just poured differently. Look at all the different pours you can do. Here's another one I'm practicing on the plates. Same exact colors, just poured different. What do you think? Ooh, ah. Okay, now that I'm full of paint, let's take this area over here, and I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to pull this up in the paints. Got a lot of stuff going on here today. My poor husband, he puts up with this. All right. So let's make it into a Christmas wreath. What should the background be, do you guys think? Dark blue? Lime green? Gray? What should the background be? Anybody? How about dark blue?
First one that responds is the one we do.
With white? Dark blue?
Waiting. Oh, yeah. Cindy says, thank you, Joel.
Poor Joel. Well, I'm going to go...
Okay, Cindy says lime green.
Lime green.
So there you go.
There we go. You sure? Because then the wreath has got a lot of lime green in it. I think we should do it dark blue. With this.
You got outvoted. What is that?
I got outvoted?
No.
Everybody wants lime green?
No, you outvoted the lime green.
Oh.
Cindy's the only one that voted so far.
Aw, come on, guys. Nobody's creating with me today. All right, so I'm just going to take the large brush, and we want to form the outer part of the wreath. But the wreath wouldn't be even. It would be like a little bit crooked. So, isn't that going to be cool? Ooh,
So did you mix anything in with your paint?
This paint here, no. Just going straight into the paint. It's Midnight by Deco Art Multi-Surface. And I'm just getting the side of the wreath in first. That's so cool. It's going to be so pretty. Last year they used a lot of these colors for Christmas with the blues and the teals. And then I would go in and take the center of my wreath Alright, I never did this before, guys. This is all new to me. Maybe make the wreath a little more round. Yeah? See that? And then what I would do after this dries a little bit, I would go in and I would shade around with black around the blue, and on the inner of the wreath, we'll shade it with another blue. So I don't have any brown here. But I would just come through, whoops, I have a brush. Just in a shade around the wreath here. See how that just pops it? What do you think? Anybody there with me? And then you can add that wire like I did on the Christmas tree, or you can pop a bow onto it, some ornaments into it. You can paint some hand-painted leaves coming off of it if you wanted to. But I will finish this up and I will post it when it's all done. What do you guys think?
Very cool.
Very cool. And I might like to take the wire and sort of wrap it around it and maybe do a really funky wiry ribbon. And then make this a little more circular. But I will finish this up and I will post it for you guys to tell you what I came up with. Again, I'm not going to be around next week. Surgery's Thursday, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm going to miss you guys. But I will come on here and there when I'm feeling well. Covered in paint. Life and flip-flops in paint. Thanks for joining me with Coffee and Canvas. Julie, I'll send your mug out. And there will be a winner for today. So everyone that comments and shares this video, we'll put you in a drawing to win one of these cups that Sherry painted. Aren't they beautiful? And I'll give you a choice this week. Thank you guys. Have a blessed day. See you later.